This experiment is probably going to go horribly, but I'm going to do it anyway. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different on the channel. On Madden 22, I did do a couple fantasy drafts and they were a lot of fun, but today for Madden 23, I've added an extra little twist. On your screen now, you should see a position wheel. That is every position on this team. That is 54 spots. There are 54 rounds to this draft. I will be drafting the entire team. And then after the draft, I will simulate the entire season to figure out how good or bad the team was. Maybe down the road, I could do another one of these and actually play the games. But just for today, we're going to be simulating them. But for now, let's jump into this draft and figure out where we are picking as the Jaguars. And we will get to pick at 9. We'll go ahead and pause this draft, and we'll go see who has been taken so far. It looks like Patrick Mahomes is a Steeler, Joe Burrow is a Falcon, Josh Allen is a Bronco, Lamar Jackson is a Charger, Dak Prescott's a Ram, Justin Herbert is now a Panther, Kyler Murray is a Dolphin, and Russell Wilson is a Raider. But now you see the wheel yet again, and we will go ahead and spin it this time. And what position will we be taking in round 1 of this? We are taking a cornerback. Well, if we're going to take a corner, why not take the best in the league? Let's take Jalen Ramsey here with the 9th pick in the draft. We're going to be the first team to not take a quarterback. And now we are here at the 2nd round, so let's see what position we get to take here. Please be a quarterback. We don't want to miss out on one of those. And we get to take a punter. Awesome. Yeah, I don't think this is going to matter too much. We're going to take Tress Way just because he came out of Oklahoma. That's literally the only reason I am drafting him. So already off to an interesting start. We had to take a punter in round 2. So let's see who we get to take in round 3. Please don't be the kicker. And it was almost the kicker. That is another cornerback. And there are a few corners here we could take, but we're going to go with the scheme fit of Denzel Ward. I honestly don't know if he'll be a scheme fit after I change the scheme to a 4-3 or whatever the best scheme is for simulating, but we're going to take Denzel Ward for right now. Alright, I have some pretty elite cornerbacks now. Can we finally get some offensive players? And we will land a left guard now. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and take the best left guard on the board, Joel Bitonio, and he will be added to our team. I did ask for an offensive player, I guess. And now round 5. I'll be completely honest, I have not even looked to see what other players are left at all the other positions. And in round 5, we will get to take is that a middle linebacker or right outside? It's going to be a middle linebacker. And we're actually just going to take the top one here on the board. We're going to take Devondre Campbell thanks to his 97 tackle. So we will add Devondre Campbell to this defense. We should at least build a pretty solid defense with some of these picks so far. Alright, round 6. Can we finally land a quarterback, a running back, a receiver, anything like that? No, we are going to get a right end. And at right end, we are going to add Leonard Williams, who is an 83 overall, and currently is a scheme fit, but we will add him to our defense. And now round 7. So far we've drafted some defensive players, a punter, and a left guard. We have not gotten any skill position players on offense yet, and we won't get one here. That will be a right outside linebacker. And at right outside linebacker, we are going to take Shaq Thompson here to add to this defense. Alright, round 8. I'm pretty sure any serviceable receiver or quarterback are now going to be gone. Well, let's see if we can get either one of those. No, now we get our left outside linebacker. And for our left outside linebacker, we're going to take Leonard Floyd. And I guess our linebacking core is going to be really solid. I think we got 3 really good players there. Well, with players like Darnell Mooney being taken in the 9th round, I really feel like we're going to be really thin on offense in general. But let's see what we get in round 9. We will finally get to take an offensive skill position. We get to pick a wide receiver. And I was wrong. There are still some pretty serviceable receivers here. Robert Woods, Hunter Renfrow, Jarvis Landry, Allen Robinson, Robbie Anderson, Sterling Shepard. So we're not completely devoid of talent at wide receiver. But I think we are going to take, let's take Robert Woods. And now that the wheel is back for round 10, let's see if we can get another offensive player, and we will get another wide receiver. And this time I'm going to take Allen Robinson to put on the other side of Robert Woods. Now time for round 11, and we will get to take another middle linebacker. And he's a little bit old, but we're going to take Dante Hightower just because we're looking for a win now. We're not really looking for a rebuild. Well, we have yet to pick a running back, and now guys like Tony Pollard are gone. So here in round 12, what do we get? We will land on a right guard. We finally get another offensive lineman. And there is not going to be a lot left here. We're just going to take the best one available. He is going to be a 32-year-old Kevin Zeitler. I hope I said the name right, but he is an 85 overall. Now round 13. We still don't have a quarterback. Keep that in mind. There are 3 quarterback spots on this list, and we have not landed on one yet, but now we get a left tackle. And left tackle is pretty fair. We're once again just going to go with the best player available. That's an 80 overall, Charles Leno Jr. Is the wheel finally going to give us a quarterback here in round 14? I don't even know what QBs are left, but we will not find out right now because we get to take another defensive back. And we're going to draft Bryce Callahan here. So now we have 3, I feel, pretty solid corners. We're going to have a decent secondary. Well, I say that. We have not drafted a safety yet, but we have 3 decent corners. All right, round 15, I'm going to count on you to finally give me a quarterback. Please land on quarterback. And we get to take a kicker. And if we have to take a kicker, why not just take the one that I believe to be one of the, if not the best kickers of all time, Justin Tucker. All right, round 16 here. What is it going to land on this time? We get to draft a right end. And I hate just drafting at the top of the board, but I feel like I have to in some of these situations. We're just going to take Robert Quinn here. All right, round 17. Can we finally land a quarterback? Hopefully there's just some old veterans available, and we won't find out because we get to draft a strong safety. And I think here we're going to take Kareem Jackson just based on the higher hit power than the other guy because his hit power is not even showing. So we will take Kareem Jackson here. Okay, round 18 now. What position do we get to draft here? We get to take another wide receiver that was almost a quarterback. So I have a bit of a decision to make here. There is Julio Jones, Kendrick Bourne, and Cole Beasley. But down here is DJ Chark with 94 speed. Do I want to go with Julio or do I just take you know what? Never mind. No, not even going to question it. We're just going to take DJ Chark. He's only 25, but hopefully he can be a decent weapon for whatever we end up getting at quarterback. All right, round 19. Can we finally land on quarterback, please? No, we cannot. We are getting a right tackle. And once again, we're just going to take the best player available right now, an 82 overall, Brian Bulaga. He is 33, but like I said, we are drafting for now, not for the future. And we have most of our O-line now. All right, quarterback is on this list 3 separate times. We are now in round 20. Can we finally get our quarterback for this season? No, we're getting another wide receiver. And because I was deciding between Julio and DJ Chark last time, we're just going to take Julio now. He is 33 years old, but he still has some decent ratings. All right, I believe we have 4 of the 6 receivers now taken that I had on this roster. Still waiting on a quarterback, and also a running back. I don't think we've gotten one of those either. We also have not gotten a tight end yet, I don't believe. And this position is looking pretty barren here. Let's just go Hayden Hurst with his 87 speed, and hopefully he becomes a scheme fit. I don't remember what the vertical zone run scheme fit actually is, but we're going to take Hayden Hurst. All right, round 22. Let's see what we can finally land here. Maybe a quarterback? No, it is going to be a defensive tackle. Thankfully, not a back-to-back tight end selection. I honestly hadn't even noticed that. We had not taken a defensive tackle yet. What about Tyson Alalu? I probably just butchered his name. He is 35 years old. He may retire in the middle of the season, so let's avoid doing that. Let's head back to defensive tackle up here. What about Al Woods? He's only a 78 overall. He's also 35 years old. I don't know if this scenario that they still retire in the middle of the season is here. What about Michael Brockers? He is 31. He should not retire in the middle of the season if that scenario is still available. At this rate, the 3 quarterbacks may be the last 3 picks in the draft, but let's see who we are taking in round 23 here, and it will be a running back finally. And Cordero Patterson had been one of the top left guys for the last few rounds, and obviously he is not here now. Do I want to go Melvin Gordon or Chase Edmonds? You know what? Let's go Chase Edmonds here. All right, round 24. Let's see who we are taking this time. And it will be a left end. And we've taken 2 right ends. We have not taken a left end yet. And yeah, this position is pretty barren as well. But we're going to take Danico Autry. And he is a 79 overall right now as a scheme fit. But we will take him. He probably won't even start, honestly, since we had 2 decent right ends, I believe. All right, we are now at round 25. Can we finally land a quarterback this late? No, we cannot. We will get another defensive tackle. And with this pick, we're going to take Jonathan Hankins to add to our defensive line. All right, round 26. I've kind of just given up on getting a quarterback, and we still won't get one here. We are getting another tight end. And we're going to take Blake Jarwin here in this round. I still haven't looked at the quarterbacks list, and at this point, I am terrified too. Can we finally get one, though? No, we will get another defensive tackle. And we're going to use that pick on defensive tackle Jordan Phillips. He is from Oklahoma, which is honestly one of the reasons I'm picking him here. All right, round 28. At this point, we're going to be starting a 4th-string quarterback, and we still don't get to draft one. We are taking a running back. And in this round, we're going to take running back Boston Scott, who is a 75 overall. All right, round 29 now. Can we finally land a quarterback? I've said that I don't know how many times now. No, but we do finally land a center. I don't think we've taken one of those yet. And once again here, we're just taking the top one left on the board. I don't care how old he is. 81 overall, Ben Jones is headed to Jacksonville. At this point, I think every other team in the league thinks I'm insane for never drafting a quarterback in this, but let's see if we get one this time, and we finally will get to draft a quarterback here in round 30. And this is exactly what I was afraid of. The best quarterback left is a 67 overall Cam Newton. There's also a 66 overall Joe Flacco, or I could roll with a 62 overall Colt McCoy. And we're actually going to take the quarterback that I looked over a minute ago when naming all of them. We're going to take Case Keenum. He has an 83 throw power, 77 deep accuracy, but the main thing I'm concerned about is that 85 short accuracy. 68 awareness isn't great, but we finally get our quarterback. Now watch me land on quarterback 2 times in a row here. From round 31, we will get to take another receiver. And with this pick, we're just going to take Marquise Goodwin because he has 96 speed, and we need some more speed on these receivers. And now here in round 32, now the only position we have not taken this entire draft is fullback, which I don't even have on the wheel, and free safety, which is the one I was actually going to say. But let's spin the wheel here, and we will get to draft another corner. And we're going to take former Super Bowl hero Malcolm Butler, who is a 75 overall man-to-man corner, and we will take him in round, I think this is 32. All right, now round 33. Let's see who we get to take in this one. We will get to take a right outside linebacker. And Malcolm Rodriguez is one of the best players available. Also, I just finished watching Hard Knocks a couple hours ago, their latest episode, and he's from Oklahoma State, so I actually watched him play a little bit. But yeah, we're going to take Malcolm Rodriguez here. All right, now round 34. What position do we get to take here? We will get to take a left outside linebacker. Almost got to draft our free safety. And in this round, we're going to take AJ Klein, who is a 70 overall left outside linebacker. Now round 35. Let's see what we get here, and we will get to draft a right guard. And we're going to take Halapoati Vaitai. I think I said that right. He used to play for Philadelphia. He was just known as Big V anytime I heard him. And round 36, what will we get to draft here? Can we finally get our free safety? No, we're getting another middle linebacker. And we're going to take middle linebacker John Bostic, who is a 71 overall. At this stage, I think this team might be suiting up Doug Peterson at free safety. Let's spin the wheel and see who we get today, or in this round, not today, whatever. Anyway, we get to draft a running back. And with this pick, we're going to take Matt Breida, or Breida, I'm not 100% sure how to say his name, but that's who we're drafting. We are getting pretty thin down on this list. We are down to round 38. Can we finally get our free safety? No, we are getting a defensive tackle. And with that pick, we're going to take Malik Jackson here, a 72 overall. And now round 39. Let's see who we get this time, and it will be a left tackle. And we're going to take Cornelius Lucas III. This team is very old. We are drafting a ton of old people. And now round 40, and we're still looking for a starting free safety, and it will not be in this round. We get a center. And another 31-year-old, we're going to take center Justin Britt. Now round 41. We are getting real close to the end of the draft here, and we get to take another corner. Maybe one of our corners can move to free safety, because I doubt we are getting a starting caliber free safety now. And with this pick, we're going to take defensive back Darryl Roberts. All right, round 42. Let's see if we can finally land on free safety, and no, we cannot. We will get a left end. And this time we're going to take left end Vernon Butler Jr., who is a 69 overall. All right, round 43. What do we land on this time? And we will get a right outside linebacker, just barely, almost a right tackle. And we're going to take right outside linebacker Marcel Harris, who is a 66 overall, but he had some decent ratings. And round 44, can we land on free safety or backup quarterback? We finally will get our starting free safety. And he is 31 years old, but he is a 73 overall, so we're going to take Jeff Heath. All right, now round 45. Let's see what we have to take this time. And we will get to take a left outside linebacker. And we aren't even going to look at his age this time. We're just going to take Bruce Irvin. He is 34 years old, but we will add him to this defense. Round 46. I would say still the main thing we're looking for is our backup free safety and one of our backup quarterbacks, but we will get to take a strong safety. And we're going to take strong safety Dean Marlowe here in the 45th round, I believe. I apologize, that was the 46th round, but let's see who we are taking in the 47th round, and we will get to take a backup quarterback finally. And for our backup quarterback, we are going to take quarterback Colt McCoy. All right, round 48 now. Let's see what we get to land on this time. We will get to take a wide receiver. And he's old, but we're going to take Deshaun Jackson here to add a little bit more of a deep threat to our team. Round 49, and we are getting down to a very small wheel here, and we will get to take another defensive back. And we're going to take defensive back TJ Carey here, who is a 73 overall. We may move him over to free safety, depending how his ratings look whenever I do that. And we have 5 picks left in this draft, so let's go with round 50 spin here, and we will get to take our 3rd string quarterback. You know what? If he has to play anyway, we're screwed, so we're going to play we're going to draft Trace McSorley. All right, and now here in round 51, we have 4 picks left, and this time we will get to take our 3rd string tight end. You know what? He's old, but he is a 74 overall. We're going to take Jimmy Graham here in round 51, I believe. And now in round 52, we only have 3 picks left. Are we getting a guard, a tackle, or a free safety? We finally get our backup safety. And we're going to take free safety Andrew Sendejo here in this round. Alright, are we taking a left guard or a right tackle here in round 53? We will be taking a left guard. And we're going to use this pick on left guard James Carpenter, who is a 68 overall. And on the last pick we get, we are going to just take Marcus Cannon, who is a 74 overall here in the last pick of the draft. And we have drafted our entire team. So because Madden 23 still depends heavily on what schemes and playbooks you're running, here are the schemes and playbooks I am running for this season. But here is the starting offense, and that is a ton of normal dev traits. I don't think I've ever seen that many normal dev traits on one team before. And here is the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, I think our secondary is actually pretty solid, minus Jeff Heath. He is easily the worst part of our secondary, but I didn't get a free safety until very late in the draft. And then our linebackers actually don't look too bad to me, but our defensive tackles are definitely questionable. And it looks like we ended up with an 81 overall offense, an 85 overall defense, and an 82 overall team. So let's go ahead and simulate this one season and see if we can manage to somehow win a Super Bowl. And we finished this season 7-10. I cannot really say that I am that shocked, but let's go take a look at the stats. Case Keenum honestly didn't play bad. 5,500 yards, 33 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. What about running the ball? Chase Edmonds only ran in for 3 touchdowns. Boston Scott only got 4. Receiving, Robert Woods had 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns. Hayden Hurst had 6, and Allen Robinson got 4 touchdowns. How did we go 7-10? Devondre Campbell led the team in tackles with 133, and sacks. Leonard Floyd got 11.5, and Robert Quinn got 10.5. Interceptions, Kareem Jackson led the team with 2. Keenan would actually lead the league in yards with 5,500. What about touchdowns? That goes to Deshaun Watson, who was in Buffalo with 42. He tied Daniel Jones, who was now in Cincinnati, and he threw 42 touchdowns. Interceptions, Desmond Ridder, who was now an Eagle, threw 19, along with Jimmy Garoppolo, who was now a Lion. On the ground, Nick Chubb ran for 1,800 yards and 15 touchdowns, but leading the league was Josh Jacobs, who was now a Steeler with 20 touchdowns. And receiving, T. Higgins caught 130 passes in Tampa Bay for 1,700 yards. Both of those lead the league. What about in touchdowns? That goes to Devontae Smith, who is now a Texan with 16 touchdowns. Tremaine Edmonds, and I have no idea how to say your name, they both led the league in tackles with 150. And sacks goes to Aaron Donald, who is also a member of the Texans with 26 sacks. And interceptions goes to Xavier Howard, Kendall Fuller, and J.C. Jackson, who all got 6. And the Super Bowl goes to Patrick Mahomes and the Pittsburgh Steelers, beating the Falcons 31-28. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. Lovie Smith was Coach of the Year. Alvin Kamara won Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year. George Pickens won Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Lions, and Jermaine Johnson won the Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Commanders. This was honestly a little bit more entertaining than I thought it was going to be, at least for myself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video too. I will definitely be doing another one of these, and I will talk to you guys next time.